Hello, Ranjita. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. It's really pretty. I am here to do your reading, so thank you very much for purchasing a reading from me. I just want to give the cards a bit of a shuffle so we can get your energy in amongst the cards. So, Ranjita, what you're after is a reading about love. So we want to see where the love's coming in. What I do, because it's really important to me to be able to share what I know, I like to have a look and see if there is no love here, what is stopping love coming in? Because I think it's really important for you to know what you need to work on to bring love to you, okay? So sometimes when love's coming in, it's because we're not spiritually ready. Now, I don't know how spiritual you are. It could be that you are very spiritual, but let's have a look because the universe will tell me what you need to work on to bring love in. Okay, we're ready to do it. Okay, I love this. I love this. This is the Magician. Now, I'm not sure if you've had a tarot reading before, and I'm not sure if you understand the tarot cards, but this guy is just beautiful because he is the person that can manifest anything he wants to have. This is you at the moment. So you're actually very, very magical. You're the master manifester at the moment. So you have the capacity to bring in what you want here. What we have to make sure is that you're not in a negative mindset or doubting that you can do this. Because sometimes what we do is when things don't happen, we start to go to this negative mindset of questioning why it's not happening, instead of trusting that the universe is working it out for us. Okay, so now I don't know if you're an earth sign, but this card here represents the Pentacles. So if you're not a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, this could be somebody that's around you, but it can also talk about your energy. So sometimes even though we're a different star sign, this can mean that at the moment we're extremely grounded, we're extremely sensible, and we are really thinking very logically. So I'm thinking that maybe in your work too, you're required to be quite logical. And that's not unlike me. As much as I have a very strong spiritual side, I actually do very logical work. But I'll work out what this means. Now, I'll put the cards down a bit quicker than what we do in the day read. So, oh, rightio, you've got the Justice card here. Now, I like this already. You've got the Magician and you've got Karma here. You've got Karmic Justice. I'm going to keep reading because I want to make sure I'm on the right track. Okay, all right, and the Seven of Swords. I'll pull another card and I'll do a quick recap. Six of Wands, lovely. All right, then I'm already getting the story here. Something has happened to you in your past. Now, I'm not sure what it is. It could have been that you've had someone in a relationship that hasn't been faithful to you or hasn't done the right thing. Now, I think you've come through that okay. I think you're fine, but there's some sort of karma that the universe is working here to bring a relationship in because you've got to the place of healing. Now, the Six of Wands always talks about a victory, and we'll find out why that's happening. What you have to be careful of is that you don't miss out on an opportunity because of prior hurts here. Because we have some sort of karmic return. Now, I don't mean, and I can't say it's the return of a person, but it's the return of love to you. So you could have put a lot of love or care into a relationship and not had a return from it. And now the universe is saying that they're bringing in your turn here. Okay, yeah, look at you. You Nine of Swords, tut-tut, not sleeping well. Dreaming a lot. I'm not sure why you're dreaming so much, but I think that you're doing a lot of transformation at the moment. Okay, so you moved away from something. And the Devil. Okay, all right, we're getting a real good story here. Now, you've moved away from an energy that was not healthy for you. Now, if you haven't had a relationship that was somewhat either to do with somebody having addictions, or this can talk of codependency. If it is that you're very young and you've come out of a family situation, it could be that you've experienced quite a lot of codependency at home. Now, what I love here is I love to see when the devil energy comes up with the karma card, because that means the world is turning something in your favor. Now, the only thing is sometimes the devil comes up when we're thinking too much with our ego and not from who we truly are. So you need to check yourself to make sure that's not happening. If you're questioning your beauty, your value, your intelligence, your likability, and you're measuring them by saying, maybe I'm not this person, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I can't do this. The Magician here and the Devil card here says that you're working from the energy of ego at the moment. So just make sure you check that. What you need to do is, if you're not meditating at the moment, is you need to go deep inside and find within you the person that you truly are meant to be. And there you are. So this is who you really are. You're a Queen of Wands. You're a beautiful, attractive, strong, determined, passionate woman. But somehow now you've got beaten down by things that have happened to you. So you're not attracting love at the level you need to be at. So far I have no love here. So far this is telling me that you've got internal work to do. So let's keep going. But this is about love. And I've got the Queen of Wands next to it. So you have got love to come in, but the universe is saying you're not ready because you need to work on some of this stuff that you're still healing from. And here's the Hermit, which says to me, I'm definitely on the right track. Okay, we've only done 7 minutes. So I don't do this in the day read. This is where the read looks quite different when I do it at home. Okay, but there is a promise of love here, okay? This may not come in until you've done this work here, but I'm telling you there is love here. You just have to release some codependency, ego, addiction, something that's sitting here that either you are responsible for or not responsible in, I don't blame, responsible in as it's your energy or it's a person's energy that you have dealt with. Okay. I just have this very strong feeling here. This is something to do with your childhood, something to do with self-belief, some sort of social conditioning, something that you've been taught, because you don't trust yourself here. You're trying to understand here with some of these cards, but you're questioning why you can't bring in love, and that's because you're questioning from the perspective of ego. You're not going into yourself to find out what you need to do to grow to bring in somebody. And it's telling me here that you've got someone to come in, but you need to do the internal work first. Okay. Okay. That's the Queen of Swords coming out in the middle there. She talks about making a decision. So this is the decision on whether to sit around and wait or whether you work more on yourself. It's a head over heart decision. Okay, because you have the Emperor there as well. Yep, there's the offer of love. Okay, all right, I want to explain this to you. We have here the Knight of Cups, which is an offer of love, okay? So there is an offer coming in. I don't know how long it's going to be because you've got to do some healing. What I will say to you is if you hang on in this Four of Cups to your past or past energy or your childhood or your beliefs about yourself, you won't bring this in. You won't see it. You won't see it. You're too busy hanging on here. You're going to miss him and he's going to walk straight past. He's not even looking at you. Because look what he's got here. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the Ace of Cups. So you have to build your own strength, because look, there's marriage here. There's marriage and there's a King of Wands for you. Okay, so I know that's happening in the future. There's a decision here on whether you take this reading on board or whether you decide to just go down your own path. And then I can't promise you that this wouldn't come in, but what I can say is if you want it to come in quickly, you've got to do the self-work. You've got to do self-discovery. You are digging amongst stuff to find out what's these socialized beliefs that you have that you are limiting yourself from abundance and love. There is love here and it's being offered in this Ace of Cups, and it's being offered by a King of Wands. So it's a Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. Or alternatively, it's a man who's quite possibly good looking. He is confident. He's quite likely a business person. But he's very passionate. He's very passionate and driven. And they just said he drives a red car. I don't know what that means to you, but you'll find that out eventually. So there's definitely love coming in. Okay, let's have a little look at timing. I would say that looking at this, there's a lot of 5s, 6s and 7s. Now that could be 5 to 7 weeks, or it could be 5 to 7 months. And that will depend on the work you put in. But what I can say to you is there is abundance here for you. There's love here for you. Look. But you just have to get yourself ready. You're not going to see him if you don't get ready, because you've got this confusion around you. Oh, look. There you go. You can't deny that. So what we have here is you have the Ten of Cups, which is absolute happiness. You have the offer of love here coming in, a brand new start, an offer of love. You are currently in this state here, which is the confusion, delusion, illusion state. So you're not focused on what's going forward. You're too busy looking back in this card to question, what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? But what you're not doing is you're not going back and releasing this energy. And this can be from your childhood. But look what comes out after. Wishes coming true. I'm not saying anymore. It's a really good reading. A really good reading. You just need to do this work. If you need any help with it or you're not sure, I would say to you, go onto the internet and start working on your inner child. Look for some guided meditation around your inner child. The number 13 comes in. So I don't know whether you had a bit of a love interest at age 13 or whether that was a time when you put up with some sort of, I don't know, it was bullying, or whether you didn't, maybe you didn't get on with people the same age and you found it very difficult to fit into social circles. But that was the time when it had the most impact for you. So maybe start looking up, what happened when you're 13. Meditate on 13. There's something went on then that's really stuck with you that you need to work on. All right, beautiful. Thank you very much for asking for a reading. I'll put it up for you now so you can have it tonight. Much love.